This video is the last part of the series which I was making on Erasmus Mundus Master's scholarship program, and in this video I'll be going into detail of one specific program. It's going to be Erasmus Mundus Master's scholarship program, which you can get full-time scholarship. 1,000 euros are given to each scholarship holder per month for about 2 to 3 semesters, 3 to 4 semesters, depending on how lengthy your program is going to be. And yeah, your health insurance, travel, and everything else is basically covered, and you travel around Europe in many different states. So yeah, this video is all about that. For those who are new to my channel, I'm Zishan, and please subscribe to my channel if you find it valuable, and give it a like, or if you have any comments or any feedback, please put down in the comments section. And so yeah, let's get started. What is Erasmus? Erasmus Mundus Masters, as you can see, is a European scholarship. It's given to those who have completed their bachelor's program or are about to complete. They can apply, and there are more than 300 programs in this scholarship that you can apply for. So if you haven't watched my previous videos, I would highly recommend watching those by going back and checking them out. So for the sake of this video, we are going to apply for a master's program, which is going to be an example of application, because I basically don't have to apply, but it's to show you how to apply. It's just a guideline. So I'm just gonna filter down some results. For example, if I am interested in application for life sciences program, and the year of intake is gonna be 2021. Everything else I think doesn't matter, because you don't want to be too specific, and you can, by filtering these two things, you can see what options are available to you. If you go too specific, then you might be losing out on some of the programs which are not available other than the criteria you might have set in here. So yeah, let's dig in. I'm gonna apply for this EMPHID program. It's public health and disasters. So as you know, if I click here, it's gonna give me a short summary of the whole program. I can basically show you. So yeah, this page brings about this little summary. What is this program all about, how long it will be, and little details about which countries are involved, and like which institutions are involved. So that's about it. On the other hand, you see EMPHID, so the little short form of this abbreviation is given here. You click here, and then this brings you to the original program's website, which is publichealthdisasters.eu. and we have discussed in my last video about the application criteria, etc. So in this application, we'll just go directly into how to apply. So if I have a username or password, I can add in here, but if I don't have, then I can click here and register. And let's say my first name is Surface, my last name is Bro, and my email is, let's say, this one. I'm sorry about that, just a little cold here. Okay, and I can now sorry, it's not Gmail, I think it's Outlook, which I forgot. Okay, let's see if this works out. Okay, and it says that this is my password for the time being, which I will soon change, of course. And I think details have been sent. I can see the red banner here. So you now, after this step, you go back to your email and check, and you can see this program has sent me my credentials. As you can see that this is my username, which I can remember. My password I have copied, and I can now paste it here. So my username and my password here, and let's log in. This is the interface of the whole program. Now it says that this is my applicant name, this is my application number, and the status is uncompleted, right? So it basically tells you in section 1 through 3 should be fully completed. Section 4 is optional. 5 allows you to upload all necessary documents and supporting documents. We advise you to review in advance and keep readily available all files in PDF format. Maximum allowed size is 8 MB per file, right? So you have to consider all these details. Section 6 allows you to submit the application, so you just hit the submission button and that's it. Please verify you have completed all fields and uploaded all documents necessary before submitting, right? You will receive a PDF summary by email of your records for your records. Should you find any errors at any stage, send us an email. So they are just saying that before the deadline you have the option to change and override things, but once the deadline has been passed, whatever you have submitted, you can't change it, right? So you can either go quit it and you can get those documents readily available before you come back at this stage, or you can go ahead and start with it. So click on the section 1 and see what it is asking, right? So they're asking me my date of birth. I'm just gonna put any random numbers just to show you like what is really this interface is. Never mind. Okay, let's say I was born in maybe 9th of August. City of birth could be I don't know, maybe I would say Page, for example. Country of birth, let's say it is Hungary. So yeah, this is just a dummy account that I'm just gonna create just to show you, if one of you is applying for this program, what are the steps, right? And many of the other programs more or less are similar to this kind of interface. Not the same, but more or less, you know, it's gonna be almost the same. Okay, sometimes it's a bit hectic because now I have to click multiple times to reach. And okay, and passport, let's do that. I can say right. Skype user is optional. You can't, you know, you don't see a red star here, means it's okay to put or not. Maybe it is necessary, so let's say anything, right? I don't know if they are the right digits. I think it's one extra, but we'll see. All right, we have entered the phone number and now permanent address, let's say whatever, we can just put it in here. City, postcode, okay, it has to be some numbers maybe. All right, we have to put some state or province, country. Okay, I can't type it, so I will have to choose. Okay, let's say Andorra. Okay, now it's green, you see. You see now. So this is green, means you don't have to put anything further for this part of this page. For this section it is green. This is optional. If you would like to, then you can. And here it is. Let's go to the section 2. Section 2, are you applying for this program? Yes. Are you a legal resident in any EU member state? Norway, you can choose to say no, you can choose to say yes. So this will determine the eligibility. If you choose no, it means they will select you as a partner country applicant. What partner country applicant mean? It means that you are not from the European member state country, and you will be eligible to get, I think, 1,000 or 2,000 extra euros per year for your travel tickets and relocation allowance when you initially arrive. When you select yes, it means you are a partner, program country national or a resident. It means that you are one of the EU member state national or resident, and you will be eligible for that amount, which is, I think, partially less than the partner country applicants or scholarship holders. In case you don't get the Erasmus Mundus, would you be interested in applying for public health? Okay, they are saying if you can self-support yourself. For most of us, I think it's so whatever you would like to choose, right? For me, I would say no. What Erasmus scholarship are you applying for? Category A, B, or none? I guess it is A, because this comes around to A. B means the known or the partner country nationals. Have you carried out your main activity or studies training in for more than 12 months in the last 5 years in the EU member state? Yes, right? If you have, say yes. If you didn't, then just say no. Intended strand: disaster epidemiology research or public health response to disasters. You can choose to have one of these pathways, whichever interests you. Again, it comes in the umbrella term of this, where it depends on your interest, and final selection, as they say, it will be taken by the consortium of universities who will decide the final strand of each student. So it can happen that you can choose to have epidemiology pathway and research pathway, but you can be awarded to go to public health response to disasters. So whichever you choose, it is not the final call for this masters. They are the one assigning us or assigning whoever will be chosen, right? So let's say response to disasters, and as soon as I clicked it, it was green, so it's good to go. Here you can put your university degree required to access the Erasmus Mundus course. Let's say you have done something in pharmacy, right? Name of the degree, awarding institution. Let's say University of Hungary, which is none, right? There is no University of Hungary, but let's just assume a name. Number of year was, let's say, 4. Number of hours was, let's say, most of them are 120 to 240, but let's say the minimum, or okay, I think it's 100 or 180, I think is the minimum, but we'll see. Total was also, let's say, 180. Date of completion was, if you are graduating, let's say, next year, then you choose your date of completion, like expected date. But if someone has already graduated, then just say this thing, right? And average grade. So keep filling until it goes green, and then other things will be optional, right? Average grade, so depends on which country you are taking your things. So let's say it was 3 out of 4, right? I think it will make sense. Classification system, minimum was, let's say, minimum was I think it's 1, and then let's say maximum was, let's say, 4. Others, if there is any, no, you don't have to now, you see, put others. It means it's good to go. You can have this green. And main course contents of your academic record. So put down the descriptions here. You can type in actually, so you can say, for example, you have studied anatomy, subject field, what field this thing comes in. As you may have known or you might have heard, okay, they are not giving everything, so specialist topics, right? Public health or statistics, bioethics, health promotion, financial management, human health. Okay, so whichever is closely related to this program, you can choose. So there is no right and wrong answers here. It's just kind of grayish, right? So you choose what you most predict is going to make sense for which category of this subject, right? let's say it was 4 credits, and brief description, if you can say this is human bones study. I'm just gonna make some lame explanation here. Structures, right? Alright, that's why I failed in IELTS, because I don't even know the spellings of structure. STRUCTURE, structure. Alright, that was good. Okay, so in real life you just put more and a little bit better explanation than myself, and then it goes green, right? You have options to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 6, and even plus allows you to put more than that. But yeah, keep it short, just for the reader to have a decent look. You don't want to overwhelm your reader or stress them out with a lot of details here. Additional degrees, if you have any, and since I don't, then I wouldn't. English proficiency, right here it is. Is English your mother tongue? No. If you are an English speaking person, if it is your mother tongue, then of course say yes, and you will be exempted to produce any other proof of your proficiency. Have you carried out your higher education studies in English? Maybe yes, if you choose whichever the case is true for yourself. Have you passed an English proficiency test with the score required in the program guide? So again, you'll have to go back. What score was required, right? I think it was yesterday when we checked what kind of scores are acceptable. I'm just gonna go ahead and check it for you. Publications, admission criteria, right? This is the one, number 6, and here it is, English proficiency. They are asking for IELTS score at least 6, TOEFL at least 575 with 4 in writing section, right? So you check if you are meeting with all these eligibility criteria of the English proficiency, or if you have carried out your studies in English language, then ask your university to issue you a English proficiency certificate, right? Let's say yes, if I've scored more than required or equal to required, please specify the test passed. Right, that's the thing. Maybe whatever tests you might have taken, just say IELTS. In case you have English proficiency certificate, just say other and specify the award, right? Or just put the name down here that you have an English proficiency certificate, or somehow do things here like yes and no. It will kind of understand what you're going through. Please specify the score awarded. Let's say it was 7.0, or if point is acceptable. Specify the date the test was passed. Okay, so let's say 12th of August, right? Now it is green, you can go ahead. And other languages, if you want to include, for example, if your program is being carried out in Spain, then if you have Spanish language certificate, this is a very good thing to have. Sweden or Swedish, it's all about which program which program are you applying for, and if that gives you some edge, do apply, do put in these details. How to do that? Just click plus and put in the language. Let's say if I speak French, and what is my proficiency level? Maybe let's say B1. My certificate is okay. There is no list, so I can say, I don't know, DELF. I don't know if this is one of those things. Okay, so if you have put all these details together, and this is the language that you want to apply for, go ahead and click the section 3. You can see that all these sections are green now: English language proficiency and others, right? So I guess now you can move on to the section 4. Okay, what is missing here? Okay, I think you can, because here it doesn't show the green section, so I guess you'll have to at least put a degree that you have. I'll say, let's say pharmacy, right? That was your degree. And let's say University of Hungary, would be one of the awarding institutions. Number of credits would be, let's say, 180. Year of completion, for example, was 2020. You're good to go. Yep. So you see, this is green, this is green, this is green, and the whole section is green as well. So let's move on to section 4. In this section, so basically what you have to do is to look for the green signs here, and your application gets completed. Working and research experience, it is optional. You don't have to put in if you would like to. You see, this whole section is already green. If you don't have work and research experience, never mind for that. Publications, if you might have published an article or some paper or project, then you can also opt to add things. But let's just see the interface. Never mind. Who was your employer? What job have you done? Which place you worked in? What was your job description? Number of monthly effectively worked hours, and then start date and end date, right? Since we're not really adding anything, so let's just cancel it out. Publications, if you have any, here it is. You can put the citation by using Vancouver bibliographic rules. Article, what article was published, and yeah, it was published or no. That was the final question. And for the last part, you can check other merits, like if you have earned a scholarship or won some sort of competition, essay, or any scientific achievement that you have done. You can definitely just click this plus button, write down the name. So let's say certificate of achievement, which day or date you won that, and what was this about, what did you win. So you can basically briefly describe that, and with all that, your whole 4 sections are completed. Go to section 5, and this section is dedicated to upload 1 or 2 or more documents in each section, right, depending on your individual case, right? So clear copy of your passport is needed here. You just click press and upload, and it will be all here. It's very easy. No need to worry about this section. It's there to help you out what is needed, right? So ID card or passports copy, CV, Europass format is required. So yesterday I've put the description of that video link, so you can check that out, how to make that CV, which portal to use for the Europass CV, and university diploma. If you didn't receive in English, then a certified official translation should be attached. Official grades, for example, transcript or diploma supplement. And again, if it is not given in English, then should be translated into English. Course description, so whatever have you studied should also be attached here in English. Letter of motivation, why you intend to do this program. Write a few words about it. I think there is a guideline to how long should it be. Go through it and read it, and you'll end up writing your decent letter. Minimum 2 reference letters have to be uploaded here, so it must be either signed by hand or must be stamped, right? So one of those things should be on these each letter. So ask it from your senior colleagues, someone who is your boss or employer, or ask it from your professors, right? Those can be requested from them. Certificate, proof of English language competence, as you know, either could be English proficiency certificate by the office of your university if you have carried out your education in English, or you can take IELTS or TOEFL or any English proficiency exams mentioned in the eligibility criteria if you have achieved the required band or scores, right? And residence certificate, This is basically asking you about if you have lived in a certain place. If you have lived in a country like Angola or Pakistan, then put municipality certificate of that country. If you have lived in any EU member state, then you can basically upload your residence permit here, and it will be enough for this purpose. And other documents that you think are necessary, that can guide them or maybe work into your favor, go ahead and upload in this section as well. And this will go green. In the section 6, you will basically just where have you learned about EMMPHID program, let's say EMMPHID website, or you can put that on Zishan's blog, right? You can do that as well. So you just put a little declaration that you are acknowledging everything is correct up to this day as per your knowledge. So for date, you just click here, choose any date, country, city, name of the applicant, and you will just click here to submit the application form. And at the end, as it was mentioned in the beginning, you will receive a PDF copy of the whole application what you have mentioned, and an acknowledgement email by this program's website, right? And you will have the time to upload more or remove documents until the deadline, right? So the deadline of this program, I think, is 31st of December of the same year in 2020. It's probably mentioned somewhere here. Okay, not mentioned, but I think somewhere at the website it would have been mentioned, or you can check it out. So that's all about it. Here you can quit, sign out, and you're good to go. Thank you for watching. If you find it helpful, please give it a like, comment down, and give me a feedback what other videos should I be making, and subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss out on any productive information I'll be bringing at this channel in near future. Have a great day, stay blessed, and goodbye.